Joe Girardi. Let's talk about the acquisition of Brian McCann and what it means to you.
Very excited. An offensive and defensive catcher, which is, there's only a few in the league every year, and a guy that's used to hitting in the middle of the order, used to controlling a pitching staff, and has been successful in Atlanta. This is a perennial all-star, and we're very excited to have him.
Joe, take us inside a room where it would be you, McCann, and you pick the other catchers who happen to be there. What would be the things that he does well that would impress other catchers?
Well, I think what you want from your catcher, and Brian offers to us, is someone who understands how to work a pitching staff, first and foremost, because I've always said as a catcher, you can save a lot of runs as well as driving in a lot of runs, and he understands that. He understands how to make in-game adjustments. You're going to have your scouting plan, but sometimes it's just not going to go according to plan, and he's very good at making adjustments on the fly. That's first and foremost. And then what he adds offensively is a big plus for us, because a lot of times you don't get that.
Let me ask you about a couple words that were used to describe him. Tenacity, intensity. They were words to describe you as well. You have to have the power of conviction when you're behind the plate to be able to tell a guy, hey, you don't have this pitch today. You got to go with this. Is McCann that kind of guy?
He is that kind of guy, and you'll see it in the way he plays the game. I mean, we've often talked about, and he grew up in a baseball family. His father was a coach. He plays the game the right way, and he expects everyone around him to play the game the right way. And he had those couple things that happened last year. I think people saw, he just wants people to respect the game, but he is a smart player that is going to help us tremendously.
Joe had just talked to Brian about his swing and how it almost fits into Yankee Stadium perfectly. As a manager who's going to get the opportunity to write his name in the lineup, what do you think about the fact that he pulls so many balls and you got that right field porch there?
Well, we're very excited about it, and we think about a guy that's going to be in the middle of the order and going to be very productive for us.
Have you thought about kind of, do you sit there? I know it's incomplete as far as the lineup goes, but have you kind of penciled in the name McCann anywhere?
Well, yeah, I mean, not exactly where he's going to go, because I think a lot of it depends on some of the people that are coming back from physical ailments and what else we add, but he's going to be in the middle somewhere.
Joe, you mentioned during the press conference that when Brian called you and said, we're interested in McCann, we're talking to McCann, that you got excited. Where does it go from there for you? Where does hope become reality, and how does that excitement grow?
When Brian calls me and says we have him signed, we had a chance to meet with him in the offseason, and I thought the meeting went very well. And I even said to Brian, I think we're going to get this guy. I really do. I think he's wants to come here. And I've often said, it takes two people to get involved to make a deal. But fortunately, I was right, and he's here.
What does it mean to have that stability behind the plate? I don't know how many games you plan on catching him, but he's the guy that's going to be back there. Last year, you really had to kind of piece it together.
Well, I think that's really important to have a stable guy back there, because, he's going to build off of, 1 start, 2 starts, 3 starts, whatever a pitcher's had, and he's going to understand what he's been doing well, and I think that's really important.
Joe, you talked about managing the pitching staff, but he also has talked about needing to know the hitters. Is that simply a case of talking to his pitchers, talking to you, talking to Larry, and studying a lot of video? What does he have to do to get up to speed?
I think it's all of those things, and I think it's getting in situations